it was very good to have Samira Rafaela set the scene and really give us that perspective, particularly on the whole area of empowerment and inclusion, which is so much at the base of all that we're doing under ESIL 2. We hope we'll work more with Samira going forward. Reginald Vossen's panel with our 3 wonderful researchers, I think, gave us some really, really valuable insights, really showing us how significant it is to have more data and more evidence on this whole area. We have some really interesting pieces of research, but as you can see, we haven't really got much granular research yet. And we have pockets of great stuff going on around Europe, but we still don't have that really overall perspective. I very much hope that some of our work on mapping the needs will not only give us more insight, but I think it will indicate to us what further research we really need to do in this space. And I very much welcome, the idea that research and evidence gathering has to go alongside the policy measures and the operational activities that we cover on the ground. It was really wonderful to hear from our wonderful women who are taking leadership in the most developed angel markets, the work that they have done to build their angel communities whilst recognizing that we still have a long way to go. And I think we learned a great deal that, first of all, it takes time to build angel communities, and especially to build women angel communities, to give them the tools and support that they need, including awareness, education, mentoring, and also the value of working in syndicates. And we saw that even now, with so much going on, there is still much that many of our more developed women angel markets still have to do. I think the biggest opportunity is to really make sure that we can link their work and their insights alongside the work that we're doing on the ground in ESIL 2. And of course, as you gathered, many of those women are acting as archangels, being very involved in our work. I was absolutely really so impressed by the work that our 4 women angel leaders are doing in the countries that we are going to be working on in ESIL. And you can see, first of all, how many of them have got such valuable experience and backgrounds and have seen the opportunity to use that experience to start angel investing themselves, and most importantly, building angel investment among women around them. And we can see that, the progress that many of them have made. But the thing that came through very strongly, and this was then re-emphasized, was the fact that there was a general sense that they did not have enough exited women entrepreneurs that would go on and see the benefits of becoming angel investors. It's actually a gap that we all still know, but I can see that with the amazing women in tech that they are identifying across the target countries in Central and Eastern Europe, we do need to help a better pathway for those women to see the opportunities for angel investing. And that's going to be very much at the core of our work under ESIL 2. I think we definitely saw the opportunities for creating a more virtuous circle, as was referred to also in our last panel, because we can see that if we can build more women founders, helping them to become great women angels, and then backing more great women founders, then we really will have succeeded in that market. So I think that becomes very, very clear to us indeed. Thank you also in our last panel, Gilles and Agnieszka and Francesca, for pointing out some of the important things that are going on that we need to take account of. I think the opportunity to set examples, set targets, and then measure and evaluate those is going to be very important for us. And I can see that I'm totally in awe of the fact that EIF have brought these targets in, and they're already seeing the impact of the increase in gender-focused funds. It's something that I think is incredibly important. And also hearing from Gilles about the plans to set up some new, very women-focused funds, particularly guarantee schemes as well, that we think are going to be very important indeed. And then I think finally, you know, we have seen that we do have so many measures. We don't want these to be in silos or even just in specific countries. We do need to connect them up. And I think connecting up this work, the learnings from what we can have from more developed angel markets and linking them to the less developed angel markets, but making sure that we are really creating a big ecosystem across Europe for women angel investing and for building a more successful gender investment approach. And we will certainly be looking to build on these measures and these activities in the work we do. But what I really want to say is that today we have recorded this. We will be putting it together into a kind of a final version so that you will be able to access this, because I do believe so many of all of our panelists provided such valuable insights and experience that we all can build on, I think, in our work going forward. I'm immensely grateful for the time everyone has spent on this, and I know people spent time preparing, and that's been really, really helpful. We'll also break the topics down so that you can kind of look at those separately if you want to as well. And I also want to say, as I started this, that to say this is the first of a series of best practice online webinars that we intend to run. I think maybe we'll also do some in person as well where we can. But the most important thing is that we really value expertise, insight, and experience. We can't do it without that additional element, and also bringing people together, which I think is really part of what this is about. We'll come back to you with further topics, but we're looking at everything from capacity building to cross-border investing and co-investing, and probably more than that. And we'll keep you informed through our ESIL platform. Do tune into our ESIL platform, won't you? Because that will be extremely helpful for you to find out what else is going on under ESIL. And I can assure you we won't be all taking a break. We'll all be working ahead, and our archangels and local leaders especially are all really planning for exciting face-to-face training, mapping needs, building co-investment schemes, and building syndication, which is all going to get started in the autumn, much of which will all be done by December. So thank you to everybody who's participated. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing this together, and for all of your wonderful contributions today. So I will say good afternoon, goodbye, and thank you from the ESIL Consortium.